What's going on, guys? So today I'm coming at you with my thoughts on Mandalorian Season 3. I know I didn't get a chance to make a breakdown or Easter egg video. I'm sorry for that. I just haven't had the time. But without further ado, let's get into this. So I'm mostly going to be talking about the finale episode, but I'll be sprinkling in my thoughts on the season as a whole throughout. Alright, so first up, I want to talk about how the season led up to the finale. I think this season is probably best to binge, in my opinion. Mostly due to the very episodic storytelling that has, like, a very subtle serialization to it. Well, in some aspects, not all. There are a couple episodes I feel could be cut for fluff. Not entirely cut, but just, like, are easily bits that could be cut. Like, a lot of Episode 3 with the Pershing subplot that, aside from Elijah Kane in the finale, never exactly went anywhere. Oh, wait, no, sorry, I'm sorry, not the finale, in Episode 7. Elijah Kane in Episode 7. Speaking of Episode 7, that was probably the most, well, no, not the most emotional. One of the most emotional scenes in the movie, in the show, when Paz died. I was very sad about that. He was a really good character, but you can kind of see it coming toward the end of the season, since they were building him up more and more as, like, a more fleshed out character, what with, like, him standing up for Mando in Episode 6, no, 4 or 5? 5, it was 5. Then we also have, on top of that, we have honestly, guys, the last episodes, they were really good, but they were also sort of a mixed bag for me. One, because we didn't get the Mythosaur coming out. 2, because we didn't get to see Thrawn in any kind of post-credit scene or any appearance like that. That was really sad for me. And for another, because we did not see, we didn't really get any satisfying payoff for the Spies title, because that just seemed like a very strange episode title to me. Maybe, like, The Return or something would have been more fitting, or something similar to that. It just seemed very out of the blue, because we never even got a payoff for that expressly. Like, I mean, I guess you could say that the Imperials were the spies, since they were hiding on Mandalore the whole time, but that just doesn't feel conclusive for me. But yeah, without further ado, we also had Episode 7, which kind of had kind of like a Scooby-Doo, just like fun buddy cop movie plot. I think that was mostly fine for me. But what we did get from that was enjoyable. I liked Christopher Lloyd. I actually didn't realize it was him at first. By the way, I'm very sorry if I'm saying that name wrong. I think I might be, but I don't think I am. Anyway, we also had Jack Black and Lizzo. Jack Black, I think he did a decent job disappearing into the role, but Lizzo was a little much for me, just personally. But that's not to knock her acting. She's just it's a new thing for her. She needs time to transition. Moving back in the timeline a bit to Episode 2, that one was probably where I realized this season was going to be pretty good. Mostly because, like, we got the whole Return to the Mandalore thing. That was the end of Episode 2. I had a few, like, whoa, like, big, like, super surprised, shocked moments at the end of several of these episodes, but particularly Episode 7, 5, and 2. Yeah, because 2, we got the whole reveal of the Mythosaur. That was really cool for me. I really enjoyed that. And later this weekend, I'm hoping to, well, actually probably closer to the weekend after next. I'm very sorry, but we're going out of town. It's out of my hands. I don't have any control over it. So I won't be able to do any kind of live talk back or anything until the week after next. Or next week. But once I do, we'll probably get on the Discord call with Knight. We'll talk about that, and maybe Mando for Dummies episode. Think about how that affects the lore going forward. I'm thinking that that leading into Ahsoka, we're getting more, like, Thrawn stuff, we're getting even more build up to, like, the Imperial Remnant, that sort of thing, and that's all looking to build forward to the Dave Filoni directed Star Wars movie coming soon in the next couple of years. So that's all very exciting for me. Like, seeing that at Star Wars Celebration, like the Ahsoka trailer, That was all really cool. I'm hoping I can do a Ahsoka trailer breakdown, but it may not happen. And if it doesn't, I'm very sorry, guys. It's, again, out of my hands. I wish I could control it, but I really can't. Yeah, I think that... Well, no, that doesn't cover it. Sorry, guys. It's 9:41 and when I'm recording this, and I'm really tired. I'm just trying to get this video out to you guys before I leave tomorrow. What else have I not talked about? There's a lot of stuff. Okay, Moff Gideon's new Dark Trooper armor. So, a lot of people were thinking that was probably, like, maybe, like, a hint to him formerly serving Maul. So, here's the thing about that. I don't think that was meant to emulate Maul's horns. I think that was meant either as, like, something to, like, stab people in battle, an intimidation tactic, or possibly, and I think this one might be most likely, like, some kind of crown. Because, like, he seems to be, like, wanting to rule Mandalore as, like, their new ruler. Especially since, like, it seems like he pretty much wants to become God, what with all, like, the cloning stuff. Which seems, very, very vain, kind of, diva, kind of. No, don't quote me on that. That was misspoken. I think other than that, it was really cool to see the Praetorian Guards. That intro sequence at the end of episode 7 when they came in and killed Paz, that was really amazing to watch. Like, and it was so sad to see, too, because, like, I'm pretty sure we all knew that Paz stood no chance. And then we also have, moving into the finale, I think that Moff Gideon, it looks like they're trying to make it seem like he's dead, but he's wearing Beskar. I think he might have had... Well, okay, so if he didn't have his helmet on, he's dead. I need to rewatch it, but I think he might have had his helmet on. I'm not 100% sure. But, anyway, if he did, he's not dead. Or if he did, he's not dead, probably. If he didn't, he's definitely dead. Because, I mean, let's be honest, there's no way anyone could survive what was basically lava, I'm pretty sure. At least that's what it looked like in the episode, or at least that, or even that much fire. It was actually really cute seeing Baby Yoda do, like, the little, force bubble thing. We saw something similar in Star Wars Rebels. The channel Screen Crush pointed that out. Thanks, guys. We saw a similar thing in Star Wars Rebels when Kanan held back the fire from the force field explosion for, Ezra and Sabine and Hera to all escape. Speaking of Rebels connections, we did see, oh, God, guys, I'm so sorry, I'm very tired. It was cool, it was a very awesome moment for, Rebels and Clone Wars fans to see Bo-Katan wielding the Darksaber and leading a massive fleet of Mandalorians. Not fleet, but just massive group of Mandalorians diving down into that chasm to attack the Stormtroopers in their Beskar armor. That was so cool to see. I'm also really happy we have Taika Waititi back as IG-11. It's really cool to see him back. We also saw something more from... Oh my god, I don't remember the actor's name. I think Carson is in the character's name, though. It's the New Republic pilot. New Republic pilot. Tell me his name in the comments, guys. Anyway, I think he has a lot of... I think he's giving me a lot of... Cara Dune was supposed to be this character, but we slapped him in last minute. And that's not knocking him. It was kind of out of their hands. They had to switch him out with switch Cara out with somebody, but I think that originally... in the original draft of the script, that was probably Cara Dune. Then they had to change it in post because of, well, we all know what happened. And I don't want to get political, but I think Disney might have been a bit justified. Because that was not an okay comparison. So, other than that, if any of you noticed, when you look at the Praetorian Guards... at their, like, chest armor, it's basically the exact same as a first order stormtroopers. Like, it's the same mold, same details, just in red. I wonder what else we've seen in Star Wars that's a that's a first order stormtrooper but in red. Hi, Rise of Skywalker. Anyway, moving aside from that, because if I get talking about Rise of Skywalker, I'm going to be very mad very quick. Moving on, it was really cool to see Ahmed Best come back to play God, I forgot his name now. The character's name. All I know is all I remember right off the top of my head is his nickname is like the Bladed Hand, I think. Also, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, Elia Kane, pretty funny name choice right there. That's a clever name choice. Speaking of funny things that were but in this case, funny things that were supposed to be scary. Hi, Gorian Shard. Atriox got covered in seaweed, and he says hi, twin brother. So, moving on from that, I really like that we're getting, moving on and then moving back, I really like we're getting a return of practical props in this show and others. It's really cool to see practical aliens in Star Wars again. It's really nice to see those. And I think for a lot of people, it was very jarring to see the scene that, also, by the way, that Zeb scene in episode 5, sorry. That is how you do cameos. That is how you do cameos. Okay? Let me just make that clear in no uncertain terms. That is how you do a cameo. That was good. Because they don't draw attention to it. If you haven't seen Rebels and you don't know who Zeb is, you don't know who it is. It could just be a random Lasat. That was good. That was good cameo work. I enjoyed that a lot. Like, on my first watch through, I had a suspicion it was Zeb, but I wasn't actually sure. Because, like, I recognized the voice, but I wasn't 100% sure, since, like, you never see Zeb, like, as a fighter pilot. But it was really cool to see him. He looks great, and obviously that's foreshadowing for him in the Ahsoka. And I think something I'm excited to see moving forward is how they progress the plot of Season 4, now that we have that ending of Mando and Baby Yoda kind of settled down on Navarro with seemingly no more like big conflicts that they have to be a part of. It's gonna be really cool to see them like contracting for the New Republic, taking out Imperial factions. That's gonna be really neat, I think. Yeah, another few shocking revelations in episode 8. For one, Moff Gideon's death, quote unquote. We also got another look at the Mythosaur, which I really liked. Even if we don't get to see it again, even if we don't get to see it fully out of the water yet, I bet that's coming in Season 4. So either way, we have that to look forward to. And then also we have probably the most shocking thing, out of anything that happened during this episode, and that is the breaking of the Darksaber. I did not see this coming. This completely blindsided me. I think a lot of other fans would say that as well. That was probably the biggest, big shocking revelation we got in this episode. I honestly, I think that the reason they did it is because they want to move that symbolism back over to the Mythosaur instead of the Darksaber. So I really don't hope they fix it. I hope they don't fix it. Anyway, moving on from that, it was also cool to see the transitional design for Moff Gideon's Phase 4 Dark Troopers, I believe it is, with the Beskar armor. It was cool to see them because they have similar armor to the First Order, again, like the Praetorian Guards that guarded Snoke in Last Jedi. Again, they're not exactly the same, but they're evolving into those designs, which it was cool to see, I think. I think. Anyway, I think, let me just review in my head anything I haven't talked about. Yes. It was really cool to see all the Mandalorians this season, because we've seen Mandalorians, specifically in Season 1, we've seen, the tribe, but that was mostly, either in darkness or underground, so we didn't really get to appreciate their armor. But in this season, we can definitely not say the same. It was really awesome to see all those Mandalorians together, fighting out side by side and, working out their differences between each other. That was really cool. Speaking of differences and Mandalorians, Axe Woves. I kind of enjoy him. He was definitely a glorified extra in the last season, but I think he's stepped forward a bit story-wise. It was cool. I almost thought he was going to die and do kind of a Holdo-esque moment, but I'm very glad he didn't, because he remembered, I have a blaster, a rocket, and a jetpack. Let me break the window and then fly out like a smart person. Yeah, I know that wasn't an option for Holdo, but that still doesn't excuse it. Anyway, yeah, basically any rant you get me on about the sequel trilogy will not end poorly. No, will not end well. Other than that, yeah, again, Mythosaur, great to see. Practical Aliens, also great to see. Transition of power between the First and Empire and First Order, cool to see. Like the evolution of armor and such. Speaking of transition of power, we also saw Brendel Huck's father of Armitage Hux, the spy who was screaming adamantly about destroying the New Republic and all the resistance and everyone. Because that was a great plot point. Anyway, I'm definitely not mad. So I think that might Pelion. So Pelion in Legends is Thrawn's protege. He's literally he's second in command to Thrawn. He serves under him. He carries out missions in Thrawn's stead, which we've seen him doing in this show. So either Pelion is lying for Thrawn, or Thrawn really isn't back yet. I'm guessing that the more likely is Thrawn isn't back yet, because I don't see a reason why he would have Pelion lie for him. Although of course Thrawn is Thrawn's entire thing is that he's always 10 steps ahead. So I could be just completely wrong about this. Anyway, let me know what you're excited for moving forward with Star Wars, guys. I'm really excited for Ahsoka Season 1, Mando Season 4, which we know we're getting sooner since they filmed Season 3 and 4 back-to-back. I'm excited. I'm skeptical about Skeleton Crew. I'm excited for some of the new Star Wars movies we've got coming up. I'm very excited for the Dave Filoni directed movie. Yeah, I think that might just about cover it. Oh, yes, and Tales of the Jedi got a Season 2, and there's another Star Wars show that shall not be named. They got a Season 2 that I will definitely not watch. Alright, guys, and if you like what you saw here, click the channel page, go there, like and subscribe. You can't like and subscribe on the channel page, you can only subscribe on the channel page, so like while you're here, head over there, and then come right back, look at the top left for my video on the first episode of Bad Batch, Season 2, and then look in the top right for my playlist on Kenobi. And in the meantime, geeks, slash that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one.